Welcome to Wow Flash Flood, the place where breathtaking natural phenomena, fierce storms, and unbelievable events from around the world will make you say, wow. China, May 12, 2025, a ferocious windstorm swallows an entire city. A day that millions in China will never forget. When the sky turned a different color, when the wind howled through every building, and when the most powerful storm ever recorded struck like a raging beast. A dashcam captured the terrifying moment. A moving car was flipped by the wind as uprooted trees came crashing down, blocking the entire highway. In Jiangsu province, Category 13 storm winds tore off rooftops, ripped down signboards and flattened an entire gas station, all in a matter of seconds. Roofs flew like sheets of foil, and shutters twisted and curled like crumpled tin.
¿Se ha caído algún muro o algo, no?
In many residential areas, tornadoes formed unexpectedly, accompanied by hail, causing power outages for over 1,200 households and injuring dozens of people. In Nanjing City, residents captured footage of powerful winds tearing off rooftops, with bricks flying in the air like bullets. Two window cleaners were trapped in the midst of a terrifying storm in China. The winds were so strong that the scaffolding shook violently, as if it were about to blow them off the skyscraper. It was a breathtaking scene, and just one misstep could cost them their lives. May everyone stay safe. Nature never gives a warning. Did you know? The windstorm on May 12, 2025 was recorded as one of the most powerful in China over the past 5 years. In some areas, wind gusts exceeded 160 kilometers per hour, strong enough to toss a 20-ton container into the air. Initial damages were estimated in the tens of millions of USD, but the fear it left behind will linger far longer than the numbers. Nothing warns of that fury. Just 1 minute is enough to destroy everything. The wind has no shape, but its power can leave a mark on history. This is WoW Flash Flood, where you come face to face with the life and death boundary between humans and nature. Follow to explore moments when the people of China faced the terrifying winds on May 12, 2025. Decoding the devastating storm, why couldn't China react in time? And survival guides, what to do when a massive storm hits within 60 seconds.
This back-to-back weather madness. And could it happen again? Stick around. The full story is wilder than you think.
Reason for extreme weather changes. The weather system of 2025 has shown abnormal signs from before. Rapid temperature increases, high humidity, and the interaction between hot and cold air currents from the East Sea and the mainland, creating ideal conditions for the formation of supercompressed air masses, the precursor to strong gusts. According to meteorological experts, the 13th level wind on the night of May 12 formed in just 30 to 45 minutes before landfall. There wasn't enough time to issue a regional warning. By the time people heard the wind, it had already reached their doorstep. Now, with Wow Flash Flood, let's take viewers to the terrifying scenes of the hailstorm in China on May 12, 2025. A day when nature hurled thousands of ice stones from the sky to the ground, smashing vehicles, destroying homes, and sending hundreds of people fleeing in panic through a blinding white nightmare. In Chongqing, residents were suddenly struck by a hailstorm in broad daylight. Hailstones as big as fists, falling at terrifying speeds. Some areas reported hailstones weighing nearly 300 grams, falling from an altitude of nearly 8,000 meters, at speeds reaching 140 kilometers per hour. The hailstorm on May 12, 2025, damaged over 2,700 rooftops and shattered windows or dented the roofs of nearly 500 cars. At least 38 people were seriously injured, most due to being caught without shelter or struck by flying shards of glass and metal roofing. Rain is usually life, but hail is nature's frozen fury. No warning, no stopping it. And when it falls, it doesn't fall gently, it strikes straight down on your head. This is Wow Flash Flood, where rain isn't something to admire, but a force to face head-on, the chilling power of nature itself. Hit follow so you don't miss. Full footage of the May 12th, 2025 China hailstorm, 60 terrifying seconds under a storm of sky stones. Why is hail becoming bigger, stronger, and more unpredictable? Survival skills, what to do if you're caught in a massive hailstorm. These are the moments where nature puts on a show, yet they're also truly terrifying. If you love these intense videos, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Wow Flash Flood to catch the next jaw-dropping moments. Which scene did you like the most? Comment below.